Here is a breakdown of the information and a more detailed explanation of each one. 1. Rolled paper roses. This method is popular because it creates a realistic, three-dimensional rose shape with a surprisingly simple process. Materials needed. Paper, cardstock works well for sturdiness. Pencil, scissors, glue, hot glue, or craft glue. The concept. The key is the spiral cut. When you roll a flat, spiral-shaped piece of paper, the different lengths of the spiral create the illusion of petals opening up, with the tight center forming the bud of the rose. Step-by-step breakdown. Drawing the spiral. You can freehand a spiral or use a template. It's best to start with a tight circle in the center and gradually widen the distance between the lines as you move outwards. This creates a fuller-looking rose. Cutting. Carefully cut along the spiral line you drew. The thickness of the paper strip will determine how full your rose looks. Rolling. This is the most crucial step. Start at the outer end of the spiral and begin rolling the paper tightly. Keep the bottom edge of the paper strip aligned as you roll. Securing. Once you've rolled the entire spiral, you'll reach the small, circular piece in the center. This piece acts as the base of the flower. Use a dab of glue on this base and press the rolled rose onto it, holding it in place until the glue dries. This ensures the rose doesn't unravel. 2. Tissue paper pom-pom flowers. These are ideal for decorations as they are large, light, and airy. The method is very similar to making a paper fan. Materials needed. Tissue paper, multiple sheets of the same size, scissors, pipe cleaner, or string. The concept. The accordion fold creates a series of pleats. By separating these pleats, you transform a flat folded strip into a voluminous sphere. Stack and fold. Lay 8 sheets of tissue paper on top of each other. The more sheets you use, the fuller the pom-pom will be. Begin folding the entire stack back and forth like a fan, with each fold being about 1-2 inches wide. Secure the center. Once the entire stack is folded, you'll have a long, pleated strip. Find the exact middle and wrap a pipe cleaner or string tightly around it. The pipe cleaner also doubles as a stem if you want to use it that way. Shape the ends. To give the flower a more polished look, use scissors to cut the ends of the folded paper. Rounding the ends will give a soft, carnation-like appearance, while pointing them will create a spikier, more starburst-like effect. Fluffing. This is the most delicate part. Gently and slowly pull up each individual sheet of tissue paper from the center, one at a time. Do this for both sides of the center tie, and be careful not to tear the thin paper. Fluffing the layers away from the center creates the final pom-pom shape. Three. Fringed paper flowers. This technique is excellent for creating a textured, fluffy appearance, similar to a chrysanthemum or carnation. Materials needed. A long strip of paper. Thicker paper or cardstock works well. Scissors, glue. The concept. The fringes, when rolled tightly, stand out and create a soft, textured surface that resembles a mass of petals. Cut the strip. Start with a long, rectangular strip of paper. The length will determine the size and fullness of your flower. Fold and fringe. Fold the strip in half, lengthwise. This creates a crisp fold line. Now, use scissors to make small, thin, vertical cuts along the folded edge. Make sure not to cut all the way through to the unfolded edge. Stop about 1/4 inch before it. The more and thinner the fringes, the fluffier the final flower will look. Rolling. Begin at one end and start tightly rolling the entire fringed strip. Keep the bottom unfolded edge aligned as you roll. This will be the base of your flower. Securing. Once you have rolled the entire strip, the last bit of the unfolded edge should be secured with a dab of glue. Press it against the base of the flower you just rolled to prevent it from unraveling. Gently fluff out the fringes to complete the look. Layered petal flowers. This technique focuses on building a full, three-dimensional flower by stacking individual petals on top of each other. The key to this method is the use of different-sized petals, which creates depth and a natural blooming effect. Core concept. The foundation of this technique is layering. By arranging multiple petal shapes from largest to smallest, you create a sense of volume and dimension. This method is versatile and can be used to replicate a wide variety of flowers, from simple flat daisies to complex multi-petaled peonies. How to? Cut the petals. The first step is to create your petal shapes. You can use pre-made templates for uniformity or freehand them for a more organic look. The instructions emphasize cutting multiple petal shapes in various sizes. This is crucial for achieving the layered effect. For a simple flower, you might cut 2 or 3 different sizes of petals. For a more complex bloom like a peony, you would need many more. Prepare the base. The text suggests 2 options for the base: a small paper circle or directly on top of each other. A paper circle provides a sturdy foundation for the petals, ensuring the flower holds its shape. Layer and glue. The most critical step is layering. You start with the largest petals at the bottom and work your way up, gluing each subsequent layer of smaller petals on top. This process builds the flower from the outside in, with the smallest petals forming the inner, more compact part of the bloom. Add the center. To complete the flower, you need to add a center. The instructions suggest a small rolled-up piece of paper or a contrasting pom-pom. This final touch adds detail and completes the illusion of a real flower. The rolled-up paper can be a simple cylinder, while a pom-pom adds a soft, fluffy texture. Five, swirly paper flowers, hyacinths. This technique produces flowers with a unique textured appearance, reminiscent of hyacinths or other spiky, elongated blooms. The method involves creating a fringed strip of paper and then curling and wrapping. Core concept. The distinctive look of these flowers comes from the combination of a folded, fringed strip of paper and the individual curling of each fringe. This process creates a delicate, wispy texture that stands out in a garden arrangement. How to? Prepare the strip. Start with a long strip of paper about 2 inches wide. The length will determine the fullness of your flower. Fold and cut. The strip is folded in half lengthwise. This is an important step as it ensures all the cuts are uniform and on the correct side of the strip. The instructions then say to make thin cuts along the folded side. Unfold and curl. After cutting, you unfold the strip. The cuts will now be along one edge of the paper. Next, you curl each fringe with a pen or a small stick. This step is key to creating the swirly or delicate texture. Each individual fringe is curled, adding to the overall sense of volume and movement. Attach and wrap. The final step is to form the flower head around a stem. The instructions suggest a rolled-up piece of green paper for the stem. You glue the base of the strip to a stem and then wrap it around, gluing as you go. This process builds the flower head, with the curled fringes pointing outwards, creating the final hyacinth-like form. Six, crepe paper carnations. This method leverages the unique properties of crepe paper, its texture and stretch, to create realistic ruffled carnations. Core concept. The essence of this technique is using crepe paper's natural stretch to create a ruffled effect. How to fold the strip. Begin with a long strip of crepe paper. The instructions call for accordion folding it. Create the edge. Using scissors, create a wavy or scalloped edge on one side of the accordion folded paper. Stretch the ruffle. This is a crucial step that is unique to crepe paper. The instructions state to stretch the top of the paper gently to create a ruffle. Because crepe paper has a natural stretch, pulling it gently will cause the wavy edge to expand and become a loose, ruffled texture, much like a real carnation petal. Roll and secure. The final step is to roll the entire strip tightly to form the carnation head. The stretched, ruffled strip is rolled up on itself, creating the compact and full head of the flower. The base is then secured with glue to prevent it from unraveling.